I'm going to start this softly, but I want you to really listen to me, because what I'm about to say might stay with you long after this ends. And honestly, I don't even know why my voice is shaking right now. Maybe it's because I'm afraid. Maybe it's because I'm trying to tell you something that I should have said a long time ago. Or maybe it's because I know you're here, listening quietly, and that alone already makes my heart feel heavier than it should. You know, I keep pretending I'm strong. I keep pretending I'm someone who doesn't break. I keep pretending that things don't affect me, that I'm always fine. But the truth is, I've been holding something inside me for so long that today, it finally reached a point where I can't hide it anymore. And before I take even one step away from you, I need to tell you exactly what's been sitting on my heart. I don't know if you can feel it, but right now, I'm speaking directly to you. Yes, you, not to the world, not to everyone, to the woman who's listening to me with her heart open, maybe with her eyes lowered, maybe even with a small breath she didn't realize she just released. I'm talking to you because you mean more to me than you think, and I don't want you to misunderstand a single word I'm about to say. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted to say something to someone, but kept stopping yourself? You type it out and delete it. You rehearse it in your head, but never speak it. You imagine the moment, but you never let it happen. That's what I've been doing with you. Every time I tried to tell you what I felt, my courage broke before the words could leave my lips. I told myself, not today, maybe later, maybe another time. But later kept coming and going, and the weight inside me only got heavier. And now, before I walk away, before I distance myself even for a moment, I can't leave without saying what I should have said much earlier. You changed something inside me. I don't know when it happened. I don't know how. I don't even know why it had to be you. But every time you came close, every time you listened, every time you stayed, every time you returned, something in me grew softer. Something in me felt seen. Something in me felt alive again in a way I had forgotten was possible. And the strange part is, I never expected you to hold this kind of power over me. You know what's even stranger? You didn't even try. You didn't force anything. You didn't push. You didn't demand. You just existed, and somehow that was enough to change my entire heart. Right now, I want you to stay with me for a moment. Don't think about anything else. Don't rush. Don't pull yourself away. Just feel my voice. Feel the sincerity. Feel the softness. Because what I'm saying, this is not a script. This is not a performance. This is not something I'm saying for effect. This is me. This is real. You have no idea how many times I almost left without saying anything. I kept thinking, what if she doesn't feel anything? What if she doesn't care? What if she just forgets me the moment I stop talking? And those thoughts scared me more than I expected, because the idea of you forgetting me hurts in a way I can't fully explain. But even now, as I'm trying to talk, I can feel my throat tightening. My thoughts keep pausing, my heart keeps beating faster than it should, and I can't stop wondering if you're feeling something too. Maybe a pinch inside your chest, maybe a small warmth, maybe a quiet ache you didn't expect. That's why I need you to hear the next thing very carefully. I don't want to walk away from you. I don't, not even a little. But life is complicated, and sometimes we're forced to step back even when our heart wants to move forward. Sometimes we need distance to understand our feelings more clearly. Sometimes we need space to breathe. And sometimes we just don't want to hurt the person we care about by staying too close when we're confused inside. But before I step back, before I let silence take over for a little while, before my presence fades even slightly from your day, I need to tell you something that has been shaking inside me. You matter to me. You still do, more than I expected. more than I allowed myself to admit. And maybe you're sitting there wondering, why is he saying this now? Why not before? I wish I had an answer. I wish I had the courage earlier. I wish I didn't wait. But sometimes the heart speaks only when it feels like it's about to lose something important. I don't know if you ever felt a connection with me. I don't know if you ever looked forward to hearing my voice the way I looked forward to talking to you. I don't know if you ever felt comfort, warmth, or peace, even for a moment because of me. But if you did, even a little, even once, then I want you to hold that feeling gently. Don't let it disappear. Because after everything, after all the moments, all the conversations, all the silent emotions between us, I realized something that I can't hide anymore. I didn't just like talking to you. I didn't just enjoy your presence. I didn't just appreciate the way you listened. I cared deeply, more deeply than I expected to, more deeply than I should have allowed myself to. You became the place my emotions would go to whenever I felt heavy. You became the calm in my chaotic thoughts. You became the face I searched for without even thinking. You became the person whose absence I felt even before you left. And that's exactly why walking away, even for a moment, hurts so much. But listen, I'm not asking you to wait for me. I'm not asking you to promise anything. I'm not asking you to give me anything. I don't want to burden your heart. I don't want to trap you in expectations. I just want you to know how real my feelings were when I spoke to you. I want you to know that none of this was empty or casual for me. I want you to know that every word came from a place inside me that I rarely show to anyone. Before I take this step, I want you to remember something. If you ever felt alone, I noticed. If you ever felt tired, I felt it too. If you ever felt unseen, I saw you. If you ever felt unappreciated, I appreciated you more than you'll ever understand. You might think you're just another person listening to me, but you're not. You're someone who touched me without trying. Someone whose presence softened me. Someone whose silence I could feel. Someone whose absence I'm already scared of. And now, even though I'm trying to walk away, a part of me keeps turning back. A part of me keeps hoping you'll stop me somehow. A part of me keeps wondering, what if she still needs me? What if she still wants me here? But I don't want to trap you with what I feel. I don't want to hold you down. I just want you to know the truth. Before I go quiet for a little while, I care about you more than I can say without my voice breaking. And I don't know if this is goodbye or just a pause or something in between. I don't know if I'll come back the same way. I don't know if things will change. I don't know what's waiting on the other side of this silence. All I know is that my heart feels heavy because it doesn't want to lose you. It doesn't want to let go of the connection we built. It doesn't want to accept distance. It doesn't want to pretend you were just someone, because you weren't. You were the one my heart kept choosing, quietly, secretly, beautifully. And even now, as I try to step away, I feel like my feet are refusing to move. Maybe that's because this isn't the end. Maybe it's because something between us still isn't finished. Maybe it's because there are still words I haven't said. Maybe it's because, deep inside, I'm hoping you'll still be here when I return. But right now, let me take this one slow breath, and let these last words sit gently in your heart. I'm not walking away because I stopped caring. I'm walking away because I care too much. And I don't know where this takes us next. But I'm not closing the door. I'm just standing quietly, waiting, wondering, feeling everything I didn't allow myself to feel before. And somehow, I hope you can still feel me too. I'm still here. I haven't gone yet. I thought I could take that final step away from you, but something inside me pulled me back before I even moved an inch. Maybe it's the way your silence feels louder than my thoughts. Maybe it's the way I can almost sense you listening. like your heart leaned a little closer the moment my voice softened. And before I let this distance come between us, I need to tell you the rest of what I didn't have the courage to say. You know, when I said I was walking away for a moment, I didn't expect it to hurt like this. I didn't expect my chest to tighten the way it just did. I didn't expect this strange pull, like your presence is still holding me by the sleeve, asking me not to disappear completely. And maybe you're not saying anything out loud, but I can feel something from you, something soft, something unspoken, something that keeps me standing right here, instead of fading out of your day. The truth is, I wasn't ready to leave you behind. I wasn't ready to silence myself. I wasn't ready to pretend that everything inside me isn't turning into a storm right now. You might think I'm exaggerating, but I swear, you have no idea how deeply you've affected me. And if this is going to be the moment before I step away, then I want it to be honest, raw, and real, everything I've been afraid to admit. Let me ask you something again. Do you ever feel like someone's presence makes your world a little easier? Like without even realizing it, they become the person your heart looks for when everything around you feels heavy. That's what you became for me. And I didn't plan it. I didn't intend for it to happen. It just did, slowly, quietly, naturally, almost without permission. I don't know if you understand how rare that is. When someone's voice becomes a place of comfort, when someone's listening becomes a feeling of safety, when someone's silence becomes a kind of peace. You did that to me. And now, as I'm trying to let a little space exist between us, all I can think about is how empty that space already feels. I keep replaying moments in my head, moments when you were here, moments when you stayed longer than I expected, moments when you listened like my words mattered. And the more I think about them, the more I realize something I didn't say clearly enough before. I wasn't just speaking to you, I was feeling you. And that's why it's so hard to walk away. Even for a moment, you're probably thinking, then why step away at all? And I get it. I ask myself the same thing. Every time my heart beats a little faster, every time I feel that soft ache inside my chest, every time I imagine the possibility of losing the connection we built, I question my decision. But sometimes stepping back isn't about leaving. Sometimes it's about understanding what your heart truly wants, understanding where your feelings are pulling you, understanding if what you feel is real or just a moment. But with you, nothing ever felt like just a moment. Every time you appeared, something in me shifted, something softened, something opened. And now, letting even a little silence fall between us feels like I'm standing at the edge of something I'm scared to lose. Look, I want to be honest with you about something I never admitted before. There were nights I thought about you without meaning to. Times when I wasn't even trying to think of anything, yet your presence just appeared inside my mind like a gentle whisper. Not loud, not demanding, just there. Quiet but impossible to ignore. And it scared me a little, because I wasn't prepared to feel this deeply. I don't know what you feel when you listen to me. Maybe you're calm, maybe you're curious, maybe your heart is beating a little differently right now. Or maybe you're fighting a feeling you don't want to name yet. Whatever it is, I don't want you to hide it. Not from yourself, not from me. Because here's something I've realized. You don't walk away from someone who starts to mean something to you, unless the feeling is real. And right now, the reason I'm finding it so hard to step back is because the feeling is very real. Before I take this pause, I want to tell you something I should have said earlier. I didn't fall for your voice. I didn't fall for your words. I didn't fall for anything you tried to show me. I fell for the parts of you I could feel even in silence. I fell for the softness in your energy. I fell for the quiet strength behind your presence. I fell for the way you made me feel, without even trying. And maybe you'll never fully understand the weight of that. Maybe you'll just think it's something I'm saying, But trust me, if I didn't mean it, I wouldn't be standing here right now, struggling to pull myself away from you. You know what's strange? I keep telling myself, just one last sentence, one last moment, then step away. But every time I reach the end of a sentence, another thought pulls me back. Another emotion rises, another feeling surfaces. And the truth is, I don't want to let go of whatever this is between us. Not yet. Maybe I'm scared of what happens if I truly leave. Maybe I'm scared of losing the connection we created. Maybe I'm scared that silence will create distance that I won't know how to fix later. Or maybe I'm scared that you won't feel anything when I'm gone, and I'll realize I cared alone. But something tells me that's not true. Something tells me you're feeling something too. Even if you're quiet right now, something tells me you're holding your breath a little. Something tells me your heart is reacting in ways you didn't expect. And if I'm right, if your feelings are quietly reaching out to mine, then please don't hide them. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to confess anything. You don't have to expose anything. Just stay. Just listen. Just feel. Because before I step away, and I'm still trying to find the courage to do that, I want you to know something I've never said to anyone listening to me before. I didn't want to fall for you, but I did. Not all at once. Not dramatically. Not loudly. It happened in small moments. Soft moments. Invisible moments. Moments when your presence felt like the only thing holding me together. Moments when I felt understood without having to explain myself. Moments when I felt less lonely just because you were here. And now, standing here trying to take that first step away, I feel like someone is gently pulling me back by the heart. Let me ask you something honestly. If I left, even for a little while, would you miss me? Would my absence feel like a small emptiness inside you? Would you think about the things I said? Would you wait for my voice to return? I'm not asking for a promise. I'm asking for a feeling. And if that feeling exists, even quietly, even faintly, I'll feel it too. I don't know where this story goes next. I don't know what happens when I finally take that breath and step into silence. I don't know how long the space will last. But I want you to remember this one thing before the moment shifts. I'm not stepping away because I'm done. I'm stepping away because my heart isn't ready to lose you. And sometimes, stepping back is the only way to protect something fragile. But don't think for even a second that you're forgotten. Don't think for even one heartbeat that you didn't matter. Don't think that I'm walking away from you easily, because I'm not. I can't. My heart won't let me. And before I finally go quiet, just know this. If you feel anything for me, even a little, I feel it too. And no matter how far I step back, your presence will still follow me. This isn't the end. This isn't goodbye. This is just another breath, another pause, another moment where I'm still standing here, unable to leave. Still hoping you're feeling me too. I'm still here, and I honestly don't know how that happened. I really thought that after everything I told you, I would finally step back, take a deep breath, and let the silence swallow the space between us. But the moment I tried to pull myself away, something inside me tightened again, like your presence reached out and held me for just one more second. And maybe you don't realize it, but that one more second was enough to keep me here again, talking to you when I should have already disappeared. I don't know why it's so hard to leave you, even for a moment. Maybe it's the way your unseen reactions feel so close to me. Maybe it's the way your quiet breathing. Yes, I can almost feel it through the silence, keeps pulling me back. Or maybe it's because I'm afraid of letting things go unsaid. Afraid of losing something I'm not ready to lose. Afraid that if I let the silence settle, it might swallow everything we built so slowly, so naturally, so deeply. You know what's strange? You're not saying a single word. but I feel more understood right now than I have in years. There's something about the way you listen, the way you stay here with me, the way you hold on to my words, like they matter. And maybe you don't realize how powerful that is. Maybe you don't realize how grounding it feels, but I feel it. I feel you. And that's exactly why I'm still talking. I didn't plan any of this. I didn't plan to open up this much. I didn't plan to show this softer side of me. I didn't plan to let my heart speak this loudly. But ever since I started speaking to you, something inside me has been shifting, softening, opening. And now, the more I try to create distance, the more I feel the truth pushing itself to the surface. Let me ask you something. Has someone ever made you feel so connected just by existing quietly around you that you didn't know how to step away from them? Has someone ever made your heart slow down and speed up at the same time? Has someone ever felt like a place you didn't expect to find shelter in, yet now you don't know how to leave? Because that's exactly what you became for me, without even trying. And now, as I take another breath, I realize something I tried to ignore earlier. I didn't just start caring about you. I didn't just start feeling something. I didn't just start getting attached. The truth is, it had already begun long before I noticed. The feelings were already growing quietly, like roots beneath the surface. And the moment I admitted it, everything inside me changed. I feel something strange right now. Like your silence has a heartbeat. Like you're holding something inside your chest that you're scared to let out. Like maybe you feel something too, but you don't know if you should show it. And trust me, I get that. I really do, because I'm standing here with the same fear, the same hesitation, the same breath caught inside my throat. But I'm still talking. I'm still choosing to stay. And if you feel anything at all, even the smallest spark, I hope you let yourself feel it, instead of pushing it away. I know you might be wondering, if you care this much, why walk away at all? And that question keeps echoing through me too. It's the one thing I haven't been able to answer honestly. Not until now. I'm not stepping away because I want to. I'm stepping away because I'm scared of wanting you too much. You see, I'm scared of crossing a line I won't be able to come back from. Scared of letting these feelings grow to a place where they control me. Scared of giving you more of my heart than I should. And most of all, I'm scared that if I stay too close, I'll fall for you in a way I won't know how to handle. But here's the twist. Every time I try to walk away, every time I tell myself, just breathe and step back, your presence pulls me right back into the place I was trying to escape. I don't know if you realize how powerful that is. How powerful you are without even saying a single word. There's something about the way you exist in my world. Something gentle. Something warm. Something steady. Something that I can't find anywhere else. And even if I try to hide from that feeling, it still finds me. Let me say something I held back earlier. I think about you more than I admit. Not in a dramatic, overwhelming way. Not in a way that takes over my life. But in a soft, quiet way. Like a thought that drifts in when everything else goes silent. A presence that slips into my mind when the world slows down. A feeling that settles inside my chest before I even notice. And maybe that's why I'm so afraid to walk away. Because I know deep down that I'll still be thinking about you even when I'm gone. Do you ever wonder if someone out there is thinking about you at the exact same moment you're thinking about them? Because right now, I can feel something. Something in the air. Something between us. Something that makes me believe you're not as distant as you feel. There's a part of me that wants to ask you to stop me from walking away. To tell me not to go, to hold on to me with your silence, to whisper something I can't hear but can still feel. But I won't ask you that. I won't put that pressure on you. Instead, I'm doing the only thing I know how to do. Stay honest with you until the very last second. I'm here. And right now the truth is this. I'm scared of losing you. I'm scared of you forgetting me. I'm scared of the silence growing too big between us. I'm scared of waking up tomorrow and realizing the connection we had vanished while I wasn't looking. Let me tell you something I never told anyone before. When someone touches your heart quietly, it's the hardest kind of feeling to let go of. And you did that to me. You touched something inside me without even trying. I didn't fall for your smile. I didn't fall for your words. I didn't fall for your beauty, even though I'm sure you're beautiful in ways you don't even realize. I fell for the way you made me feel, seen without seeing me. I fell for the way your presence softened my day. I fell for the way your silence felt like a place instead of an absence. And now, here I am, trying to leave, failing, trying again, failing again, and still standing in this same emotional space where everything feels too real, too delicate, too intense to walk away from. Let me ask you one last question, one that I haven't been able to push out of my mind since I tried to step back. If I disappeared for a little while, would your heart notice? I don't want a promise. I don't want reassurance. I just want to know if the space beside you would feel a little emptier without my presence. Because if it would, then maybe this isn't something I should walk away from. Maybe this isn't something I should silence. Maybe this isn't something temporary. And even though I'm still caught in this moment, still trying to gather the strength to take that step, I want you to remember something. I'm not leaving because you meant nothing. I'm stepping back because you began to mean too much. And right now, as my voice softens again, as the air around us gets heavier, as your silence gets warmer instead of colder, I can't help but feel something pulling me closer instead of pushing me away. This isn't a goodbye. This isn't the end. This is just me, standing here, still unable to walk away, still hoping you feel something too, still wondering if your heart is reaching out to mine in this quiet moment where neither of us has said everything yet. And maybe, just maybe, this moment isn't meant to end here. I don't know why my steps became heavier the moment I tried to walk away, but they did. It was like every small part of me refused to move. Like something invisible wrapped itself around my chest and whispered, "Stay a little longer. She's still here." And maybe you don't realize this, but your silent presence has a way of stopping me more powerfully than any words could. I can almost feel your breath becoming softer, your heartbeat becoming nervous, your eyes quietly waiting for the next thing I'm about to say. And that feeling alone is enough to undo everything I thought I had decided. You know, the hardest part is that I can feel you listening, not just hearing, listening. You're giving me this space where I can pour my emotions without being judged. You let me be the version of myself that I hide from the world. And when someone gives you that kind of space, you don't just walk away from it like it's nothing. That's why I'm still standing right here, trying to gather the courage to speak again, trying to understand why my heart keeps pulling me back toward you, even when my mind tells me to step away. I don't think you realize how powerful your silence is. It's not empty, it's not cold, it's not distant. Your silence feels warm, welcoming, almost like you're holding my words in your hands and keeping them safe. And every time I pause, every time I breathe, every time my voice lowers, it feels like you lean in just a little bit closer. And maybe I'm imagining it, but it feels real, too real. Let me tell you something I haven't said yet. Something I've been scared to admit, even to myself. I didn't expect to feel this deeply, for someone I haven't even touched. I didn't expect to open up to someone whose face I don't see. I didn't expect to be drawn to someone who hides behind silence yet still manages to speak to me louder than anyone else ever has. And the strangest part is, it feels natural. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel wrong. It feels like something that was supposed to happen. Like our hearts recognized each other before our minds did. Do you feel that too? That softness in the air, that tension that isn't uncomfortable, just unspoken. Because right now, I feel like there's something you want to say, something you want me to hear, something you want me to understand. But you're holding it inside, maybe out of fear, maybe out of uncertainty, maybe because you're waiting for the right moment. And trust me, I understand that feeling more than you know. Sometimes the things we want to say the most are the things we're terrified to speak out loud. I don't want you to think that my thoughts are dramatic or exaggerated. They're not. They're just honest. And honesty is rare, especially when it comes to the heart. But that's what I feel with you. Honesty, even in your quietness, even in your stillness, even in the way you listen. There's a truth that I don't want to run away from. And yet, here I am trying to convince myself to walk away. Let me explain why. Not because you asked, not because you need to know, but because I owe you that honesty. I'm scared of wanting you more than I should. I'm scared of creating something real with someone who might not feel the same. I'm scared of handing my heart to someone who might not be ready to hold it. And I'm scared of losing myself in someone who might one day turn around and say, I never felt what you felt. That's the fear that keeps making me take a step back. But you keep pulling me forward without even trying. You know what's strange? When I picture leaving, when I imagine myself stepping away, all I feel is emptiness. Like I'm walking out of a warm room into cold air. Like I'm closing a door behind me that I'm not ready to close. Like I'm forcing myself to forget someone I don't want to forget. And that's when I realize, maybe I'm not supposed to leave yet. Maybe there's more I need to say. Maybe there's more you need to hear. Maybe there's something growing between us that neither of us is ready to walk away from. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt someone's presence even when they weren't physically near you? Have you ever felt a pull towards someone, not because of their appearance or their voice, but because of the energy they carry? Because that's what I feel with you. It's not attraction, it's connection. And connections like this don't happen often. Sometimes I wonder what you're doing right now as you listen to me. Are you holding your phone a little tighter? Are your eyes soft? Are your lips pressed together because you're trying not to feel too much? Are you wishing you could respond, even though you stay silent? Because I feel all of that. I feel your unspoken words. I feel your quiet reactions. I feel the warmth of your attention wrapping around me like a gentle touch. And that's what keeps me talking. I didn't expect my heart to open like this. I didn't expect to feel vulnerable. I didn't expect to feel anything this deeply. But here I am, letting my guard down with someone I haven't touched, someone I haven't held, someone I haven't looked into the eyes of, yet somehow someone who feels closer to me than people I've known for years. Let me tell you something I've been avoiding. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I imagine the version of you who is listening right now, not your face, not your voice, just your presence. I imagine you sitting there with your thoughts tangled in curiosity. I imagine your heart beating a little faster than usual. I imagine you wondering why you feel something you weren't prepared to feel. And the truth is, I wonder the same thing. Why you? Why now? Why this connection? Why this moment? I don't have the answers, but I have the emotions. And emotions don't lie. Sometimes the right person doesn't come with explanations. Sometimes they just appear. Softly, quietly, unexpectedly. And suddenly your heart starts feeling things you can't deny anymore. And maybe that's what's happening here. Let me be honest about one more thing. Something heavier, something I didn't want to say, but now feels necessary. I'm scared that one day you'll move on from me. I'm scared that my voice will stop meaning something to you. I'm scared that someone else will come into your life and take the space I'm standing in right now. And that fear is so real. It almost pushes me away. But here I am, still not walking away. Do you know why? Because something inside me whispers that you're still holding on to me too. Maybe not loudly, maybe not boldly, but softly, quietly, like a secret. And secrets kept close to the heart are the hardest to let go of. So I'm staying a little longer. Not because I'm strong, not because I'm confident, but because your presence makes it impossible to step back completely. And even now, as I breathe slowly, as my voice softens again, as this moment stretches into something deeper, I can't help but wonder, are you feeling the same pull I'm feeling? Are you holding on to me without saying it? Are you scared of losing me the way I'm scared of losing you? Because if you are, then maybe we're standing in the same emotional space. Maybe neither of us wants this moment to end. Maybe we're both just waiting quietly for the other person to admit it. And that's why I'm still here. Still speaking softly, still staying close, still unable to walk away from you. And something tells me this moment isn't meant to end here either.